to 3101 Cleveland Avenue here in Woodley Park, DC. This house is really, really special. So, this house was built in the 40s, and it is extremely expansive, and most likely the next buyer is going to come and make some personal touches to this home. But let's go on a tour here. So, as you walk into the home, you're on Cleveland Avenue, you come into this entrance. We'll talk a little bit about this entrance and some possible other entrances as we walk through the home. This home is incredibly long. It's on the corner lot, which is a really cool architectural feature, and it has some really charming spaces. Let's go take a look. So as you come through this entryway, you come into the kitchen breakfast area. As you can see, lots of space. I imagine somebody most likely is going to redo that kitchen, but it's got some current nice checkered board. It's coming back in style. We normally do white oak cabinetry. It's got some oak cabinetry. Okay, so somebody's probably going to make some renovations to this home, but the bones here are really spectacular. The layout is really cool. Just take a look at all of the old moldings that are still in this house. We really hope that the next person really does keep a lot of these architectural features because they are really, truly special. So one of the most special things, a lot of the buyers that have come in this home, it has definitely caught their eye, is as we move through here, we step onto this nice herringbone landing and we walk into what I can only say is a ballroom. It is fully herringbone, wood paneled. It has these wonderful doors with crescent windows above that fully walk through. So you have the light coming all the way through from one side to the other, and you have, oh gosh, 12-foot ceilings in here. And it's a ballroom. There's no other word for it. You've got the fireplace. You could very much entertain in this space. This house, it is, again, it's not super deep, but it is long. So you have a bunch of these really enchanting rooms. Like I said, you've got the windows on both sides. We don't know what this originally was. There's some theories that maybe it was a garage, maybe it was a carriage house, maybe a porte-cochere for people to drive through. I'm only guessing as to what this space originally was, but right now it is basically a ballroom, and I think the next owner is probably going to keep it that way. It's a nice formal entertaining space. So coming through there, we go back up into the kitchen. We have a door to the outside, which will look out on the grounds in just a little bit. As we come through the kitchen, we go into the dining room. Again, I think the basic layout of this house is probably going to stay the same for the next person, but I imagine it's going to receive a little bit of updating. You've got all the wonderful paneling, dental molding, all the crown molding. It's really, really a special, special house. This house has been updated in the last several decades, so we do have air conditioning in the home. So all the ductwork is here. Again, I think what people are going to do to this house is mainly cosmetic and maybe a little bit of flow things, but I think overall it's a really cool house that's going to keep all the bones. So as we come through the dining room, we go into now what I'll call the formal living room, again with lots of the panel molding, a second fireplace. You've got crown molding throughout the house. You've got all these wonderful windows, this nice bay in the front that's got the curved glass. These are just, it's really has a lovely historic touch that I think for the next buyer to do some restoration on is going to be truly wonderful to see. We were commenting here when talking to buyers that if somebody does a major renovation to this house, we really do want the opportunity to come back because we think this house is truly spectacular once a buyer comes through. We have this formal living room space off of the main living room. We've seen this in other homes. You might put a bar in there and just give it sort of that speakeasy vibe. Or if you're trying to make the house a little bit more contemporary, I can see it being a den, an office, a place for a television, something like that. So with that, we're gonna step upstairs. So that was the first floor. Again, you've got that main big ballroom, kitchen with the breakfast area, dining room, living room, second living room or den. We're gonna head upstairs, take a look at the space there. We're 4 levels in this home. very normal in this area of DC, in Woodley Park, Cleveland Park, Chevy Chase, that you have a lot of these 4-level homes. This is one of them. So coming up the stairs, you have 2 bedrooms to your left. We believe there is hardwood floors under the carpet, but obviously I'd recommend pulling up the carpet and verifying that it is everywhere. You've got 1 bedroom here. As you can see, fits 2 twins, a very nice, generously proportioned bedroom, closet, everything you would want. You have a smaller bedroom adjacent to that bedroom, probably going to be an office, but another bedroom space. And then, as you can see, both of these bedrooms open on top of that, what I'll call the ballroom, formerly maybe a garage or something like that. So there is this potential that you could have some outdoor space if you wanted to work with an architect to utilize it. You have a hall bath here. And then it is configured to be a little bit of a master wing. So as you come back through here, we were debating, it's 4 bedrooms up on this level. We'll show you a 5th in a second. But you have this wing here. So there was a door that you came through. You have the owner's suite here with the owner's bath. And then, as was very common in houses of this period, there's often a den off of the owner's suite. So coming through here, you have the owner's suite. Again, tons of architectural features, all the wall paneling and moldings. You've got triple closets on the one wall. We've got actually a balcony, if you can see just through these windows, that I could see somebody actually trying to utilize here. And then coming from the owner's suite, you come into a den, which I think would be a really nice dressing room if you wanted to create a dressing room with a big walk-in closet. And then if you're craving more space in the owner's suite, you go just through this hallway and right up the stairs, and we have a finished 4th level. So it provides nice bonus space. You could, if you wanted to, do some slight reconfiguration to make this bonus space and that what I said would be nice as a dressing room to be used on the main 2nd floor, getting rid of one of the doors. It would not be very hard to do. But right now, obviously, it is configured so all of this is part of the owner's suite. And this is a huge space, full headroom. It's really wonderful up here. A great bonus addition that you commonly see in some of these larger Grand Dame style homes in the upper Northwest area. So with that, we're going to take a walk down the stairs. We've got 3 flights to go, and we're going to head down into the basement. Arriving down here on the lowest level of the home, we have a 3rd fireplace here. I will tell people, typically when we see fireplaces in basements of homes, we generally don't advise that people burn wood. Most fireplace experts will tell you that these fireplaces that are in basements typically don't draft very well. So probably better to be converted to a gas log or just used for decorative purposes. We have a basement with really good height in most places. We do have some beams and ductwork and those sort of things that are not uncommon when there's been a retrofit, as most homes in this area have received. But you've got an additional nice recreation space. Moves back here to additional storage with some mechanical systems in here. We have a cedar closet, the washer and dryer. It is a walkout basement, so there is egress down here as well. And then we have full mechanicals here. There are 2 air conditioners in the home, providing heating and cooling to all the levels. And obviously hot water heater and those sort of things. Gas, heat, and hot water, which is always nice to have. You can always convert these things to electric. And with that, we're going to step outside, go take a look at the grounds. Outside on a beautiful spring day in DC. This is the rear yard of 3101 Cleveland Ave. So we are on a corner, so as you can see, it does sort of narrow to a point here, but you've got these nice stone hardscapes with all these nice wandering paths and little walkways. I think the next owner, if they wanted to, could do some lovely gardens here and really make it this really enchanting English style garden. That's just me, that's what I would do. But as you can see, we've got nice outdoor space, nice garden space, very lovely for entertaining. I could totally see opening these doors up here, having this nice ballroom set up, and then opening it to a lovely patio and really entertaining guests and just relaxing here on a lovely day. It's a rare 73 degrees here in DC in the afternoon, and it's just lovely. Stare at this beautiful magnolia tree and take in DC and this wonderful home for all that it offers. So with that, that concludes our tour of 3101 Cleveland Avenue here in Woodley Park, DC. If you have any questions about this one, drop us a comment, shoot us a message. This one is really spectacular. I think somebody is probably going to buy it and put some wonderful touches on it, and we can't wait to see what the future of this home looks like. Thanks so much. Question is, will Ned trip going down the stairs? Or do we push him?